Welcome back to our competitive multiplayer challenge. I am Heavy Metal Gaming, and I am competing against my friend Richard. He's off doing his own thing. We are recovering our tractor from an AI worker doing a fertilizing contract on this field just to our right. So let's get our HUD turned back on, and we're going to turn that off, and we are going to send this guy back to the farm. Now let's have a look at our contract sheet here. That one's completed. Oof, there are many, many more, including Field 1, which is right by us, Field 6, Field 4. These are also both right by us. Field 9's pretty much right by us. But Field 1, that's some good money. We want that. So, abort mission. Glad I checked. And hopefully that will stop going off here momentarily. I'll have to turn off the trigger for raisins if it doesn't. I had this problem with it once before, if you guys remember. But anyway, if we bring up this menu, we can click right here. We go over to field 1, click that sucker. Number of headlands 2 is fine. We'll generate that course. Close that. Close all of that. We are going to need to head to our farm supplies output first and get more. Um, Not really what I want, so yeah, we'll just drive there and do it manually. Alrighty, I do have a notice up there at the top that our farm supplies production is all out of corn and is about to run out of straw. So hit this, corn seeds deactivate. Um, Straw silage, we might as well deactivate it now. Wonderful. Alrighty. I shall see you guys momentarily over at the farm. Alrighty, we're back over here at the farm, and wanted to show you guys a change from the end of the last episode when we had just purchased the combine. We now have the big Capello Quasar corn header for it, and a nice big Draper header for it as well. um, so, rough throat. Let me take a drink of water real quick. So the reason for that is because I ended up selling some excess stuff around the farm. So we burned through most of our money, but we got what we needed. So that's a good thing. Let's see. Let's get this guy going hell bent for leather over here. Is this his last pass? This is his last pass. He is done. Talk about timing. Although I did notice, yep. Let's get our HUD back on. We're going to turn him off. We're going to take over to just to finish up because we need to finish up this little spot right here. We will grab that corner right there. And there is a spot that he missed up on the top of the field. Oh, he wasn't quite as done as we thought, eh? That's why he was backing up like he was. But, yeah, when I started him off for this episode, he missed an awkward spot where he was restarting from, basically. Just one of those things. Should be right there. Yes. So we'll drop down on that. Beautiful. Grab these little bits missed where he went around corners and such. We probably have to do that to that corner. I kind of ignored it, but I'll do it just because it needs to be done. So, we are going to hopefully do several harvesting contracts today since we have a huge harvester, which will allow us to get them done quickly, efficiently, and with all the good things that that entails. Why is there a little tuft of crop here in the middle of my field? This should have destroyed that. But it is not. That's weird. Any missed bits in this corner? Yeah, tiny little bit. Alright, wonderful. Let's fold this thing up. Here comes our tractor back. Everything's going to all happen at once as usual. You guys know how it is, right? Alright, I have no idea what happened there, but our conveyor belt is shoved way off to the side. Did I bump into it during the last episode and not realize it, not notice, or just forget? All of the above are possible. So we'll go ahead and get these stones into here. Park this guy up. Beautiful. Our grass field is ready as well. So when our next John Deere comes off of doing the fertilizing contracts, which I have both of them out doing, we will put one of them onto mowers to get that work done. Dreary overcast day here in the game. Beautiful. We do also have a cultivation contract to get done, so we're going to run this guy right over, put him on the cultivator, and pack him off to doing that. That's a plow, isn't it? Yes. This is our monster cultivator. Oh no, it takes 3 point. Well, time to reconfigure this thing with a 3 point. I had originally intended it to have it anyway. Oh, right, and off camera, Richard and I were having discussions. He was talking about selling one of his production points, and I wanted to sell mine. So I have sold the spinnery. Okay. Um, Full disclosure, I lost. So I'm gonna get the full 60,000 for the spinnery back, but I lost all of my crop that was in it. It's just gone. That is the biggest engine, right? Yes. Okay. Put our extra fuel tank back on. Don't know how that got changed. 3 point. PTO. Standard. 3-point with PTO. Okay. What? Wow. PTO is expensive. Yikes. All right. Well, while we're thinking about it, let's add our 60,000 because I did already remove our ownership. I better double check that that actually took effect. Yep, it did. Our point still says the name that I'd put on it, but we don't own it anymore. All right. Now we can grab this thing and send it off. Have I waffled on enough for you guys yet? So, contract. Cultivating, field 11. Oh, duh. That's right here. I mean, literally right there. I just remembered that that's why I took it. Because that cotton field be looking ugly. Hold on, stop. I'm trying to get better about this. Come on. There we go. Cultivation work should start in the center of the field on your up-down rows. All right. I'll bring you back when the next thing happens. Alrighty, field 29 is now completed, so we're going to collect that. And we might as well jump right into... I am having my two fertilizer tractors swapping places because the one that had been up north doing field 29, which you would think would make sense to be the one to go to field 24. Well, actually, I'm going to do field 41 next, so it doesn't really matter. He's actually coming down to do field 1 because he has an almost full still, like 90 some percent amount of fertilizer. Whereas this guy, do I accidentally have him on automatic? No, I do not. He's on manual. All right, so we are going to send him to field 41. Which is... oh, right there. Ay, ay, ay. Brains. Perfect. So, fields 31 to 45, so 41. Course play at the end. Go. Already set the first waypoint, so that's golden. Sweet. Gonna do some more management before I start digging in on what I actually need to do. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I decided to invest some of our money into a bridge right here at our little homestead. It's only 1,200. And that now allows us to get over here when we're doing work over here much, much easier. And I can connect the auto drives in and, you know, all those nice things. So, let's fire this guy up. I'm going to do that auto drive work with this right now. I won't torture you guys with yet more auto drive on camera. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, that is now connected. I'm bringing you guys back just to do the testing. Not the shop. What am I doing? My farm. There we go. So he should. I have no idea which of the two different paths he's going to pick. I hooked them both up. Looks like he's going to go left. Now, when he gets across, what he should do is go around the entire circle. Oh. Yep. So he's going annoyingly slow, probably because of the very sharp turn right there, which is fine. Auto drive doesn't have to be as good as a human doing it, right? So, nope, nope, nope. All right. Because I had forgotten to put that round the loop piece in. Let's see, this should correct that. Where the... Guess not. He was bound and determined to go off course no matter what I did. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, but let's try from right here. Getting him over to field 13. Back to the very slow nature of this. Yep, and he's gonna zip right over there. Perfect. Alright, that tells me everything I need to know about that. I'm gonna put him on that center line again that's going the other direction, just to make sure that we can actually get him around the circle. I won't torture you guys with that, but you get the general idea. Alright. I was looking through my footage from so far in the episode, which I do briefly while I'm just, waiting to switch from one little recording section to another, just to make sure that I have everything that I expect to have there. And I noticed I did not have the clip that I had thought I recorded about this. So we sold both of our 300 horsepower but gearbox issue plagued, not really, but very minorly gearbox issue plagued. Not like the old Massey that we got rid of, but the two internationals that we had set up to 300 horsepower. We sold both of those, picked up this beautiful 8R for more horsepower. Yes, we're trading in 2 for 1, but we already got the other big John Deere that's over 300 at 370 specifically. So, I didn't think this was a mistake purchase. It came up in the sale, and I was all over it. So I thought I'd bring you guys back to show you that. I put it immediately to work. I bought, I had this plow on the other one, and it struggled with it a little bit, if you remember. Not bad, but a little bit. It doesn't struggle behind this at all. So this is our plowing tractor from now on. I did get. Do I speak English? No, I don't. I did get it with wides, with wheel weights, my preferred configuration as the most versatile. So, yeah, we're boogie woogieing. And we're finally into doing some farming. We are going to harvest field 13 ourselves. I don't remember what the key is. Why do I never remember what the key is? Turn that off for a moment. What is the key? I would like to make straw from this. Do we not have that ability with this combine? It should. Yep, we do. That should do it now. No. Okay, I don't know what the enable disable was for, but well, I'm stumped, guys. I guess, I don't know. But I'm gonna throw you guys onto a time lapse and we will get cracking on this field. Okay, as you may have seen, I am struggling getting this unloader to work as we expect it to. I am just losing my mind here. I did accidentally include in the time lapse me going around and um, working on all my other AI jobs, getting them done. We have quite a lot of money in the bank. But one thing we do need to keep in mind is that we still have quite the loan. So I'm going to pay back a significant chunk of that. We're only going to keep probably about 75,000, 78. There we go. Pick 'em up truck. What are you doing? Do you just need to be a little further out? I think it needs to be a little further out because you actually have to be out past the end of the pipe, and I was going the wrong direction like a nincompoop. Let's try putting him at 1.0. He's running off to go back to the point, unfortunately. Ay, ay, ay. I'm hoping this is it right here. I really am. But if nothing else, we've made a ton of money today. Now we just have to wait a minute for him to circle around and come back to us. The money that we make next episode, I would like to put towards buying another field. So while he's looping around, let's have a look at that. I'd really like to pick up 11, 9, maybe even 13 here. One of these. Something that's in our little quadrant, bordered, from this road and this road up in like a square. Basically to the edges of fields 13 and 14. So anything that we can get in this area. I mean, one of these woodlands wouldn't be necessarily so bad. Why I don't know. Oh, I know why I don't own that. That's a pylon. So that's out of our price range at the moment, And like these are even worse. This is, oof, that's way more than I thought it would be. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna have to rethink that idea. We might need to grab this guy back up. We have the money for it before Richard grabs it up on us. We could get, I mean, with what we earn next episode, potentially planned on earnings, we could potentially buy both of those fields. That'd be great. And one thing I do want to, here we go. Here we go. Please work. Please work. Oh my goodness. All the struggles are over. All right, so the struggles there are over. I'm going to get back to it and put you guys on more of a time lapse until our day is over. Well, I had said I was going to jump back to work and bring you guys back into the time lapse. That didn't happen because it started raining. So our guy doing fertilizing on 6 is done. We're going to send him, just due to distance, we're going to send him to 4. Because it's, right across the way. So field 4, I can turn the editing off. I do have one other thing to show you guys as well, which I'll get to in just a moment. As soon as I get this going. Generate. Close it. Close that. Fire that off. He should have enough fuel to do that, no problem. Okay, this. I picked up brand new, as in full price from the store, another pickup truck. This one is the TLX Patina, and I have that on a second worker. So I have 2 fast unloader vehicles. I think I'm gonna have to change the tires though. I don't know. They both sit pretty high, but I think the Patina sits higher. So I might have to change the tires. I went for some big old knobby BKTs. They look great. I have no idea what I got on here, but very similar tire, but slightly smaller. So yeah, it should be about to quit raining at any moment now. So we will be jumping back into harvesting. Let's check on the rest of our contracts to see how close they are to done. So cultivating, not. 4 is just about to get started. 20, there we go, 24. Let's jump our way to that as quickly as possible. There we go. Shut him off. Perfect. So we've collected that already. We can grab 36. That'll be close. So we will go 36 should be over here. Yep. Do the same. And we will, it's already turned on. Whoops, nope. Field 36. So he should take off momentarily here. There he goes. Now let's have a look at our other contracts. 13 is me. And 30 is being plowed. And oh, time to go. All right, here we go. Now let's try this again and see where we get to with that time lapse. Alright, as you will have seen in my message to Richard there, it is almost time for us to be done. We should have just enough time to scrape the rest of this harvest in. We don't have a hard stop, right? We kind of talk about it being like 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. or whatever, but it's hours of daylight, which is affected by the weather. In this particular case, it's still daylight. I can keep going. And we just have to, keep that in mind. However, I am going to leave it there with you guys. There was a lot that happened in the episode today. Some new equipment, some nice new equipment, some junky old equipment that's going to do a really good job. It's powerful. It's not junk in terms of that. It's just junk in terms of the way it looks, right? It wasn't a restoration. It was a restoration. So, as I said, I'm going to leave it there. I'd like to thank you all for watching. As always, I will see you on the next one.